Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Steph Kalawait Nui. I am the health coach bodybuilder, and this is my Confessions of a Health Coach channel. Typically I do a bodybuilding check-in. I'm gonna kind of just skip that for today. It's gonna be a quick one. Tomorrow is my son's 12th birthday and we got a soccer game today. Next week we will be officially 12 weeks out, so we will do a whole full bodybuilding check-in, posing, bikini color, all of that next week, but let's get into it. Lately I have been asked, okay, girl, are you taking pre-workout and breastfeeding? Ooh. Note, this video, I am not a doctor, I'm not giving you medical advice. Yes, I have certifications in nutrition, but I am strictly telling you some considerations to think about if you're going to take pre-workout, especially breastfeeding, especially if you're a female. Context, as always, if you are interested in this, please subscribe to my channel, and you know I have timestamps on the bottom so we don't waste your time. Let's get into it. I have been taking pre-workout for a very long time, ranging from high mix caffeine caffeine pre-workouts to like non-stimulant pre-workouts. This is before getting pregnant. Now, for pregnancy, let's go to the basics. What is pre-workout? Pre-workout generally is a mix of caffeine designed to get the body, the nervous system going so that you have a little more juice in your cup before working out. People take pre-workout for strength workouts or for cardio workouts, and you kind of feel a rush and a surge of energy. Now, do you take it breastfeeding? Ultimately, that's absolutely up to you if you are nursing. Now, if you do check out the research, they say that pregnant and postpartum women can do no more than 1 to 2 cups of coffee a day. And that's what I started with, about 4 to 6 months in terms of watching baby, right? Baby was born healthy, no rashes, generally has a sleep schedule, does a morning and afternoon and evening nap, at some point started enjoying the stroller, enjoying the carrier, and I got my body back to a place where I can move a little more, a little jogging, uphill strollers was a lot, and some strength training, okay? Now, once I was able to do the cardio and the strength training, I wanted a little more, and that's when I started playing with coffee, and this is kind of my method. I will tell you what I did, I'll tell you some considerations, and I'll tell you the 3 brands that I really trust and the one that I'm using at the end of this channel. So, 4 to 6 months, baby is showing that I can work out with him. Some babies really don't like the stroller, it's just impossible. My second son is like, okay, no problem. I started drinking coffee and playing with either 2 cups of coffee, which is anywhere around 80 to 100 milligrams per cup, right? So anywhere from 160 to 200 milligrams a day. So drink my coffee, anything going on, breastfeeding, nothing, okay, nothing different. Second cup of coffee in the afternoon, anything different, nothing. So once I established that there was really no difference for me or baby with the caffeine that I can notice, then I was like, my body can take and breastfeed, right? About 200 milligrams of caffeine. Let me go ahead and look for a low dose pre-workout that is generally 200, 250 milligrams of caffeine. That was the thinking. If you look at low dose pre-workouts, you are gonna find a plethora of 200 to 250 milligram caffeine pre-workouts. The one that I went with was Raw Bum pre-workout. I love peach and I love orange. I love them so much, I actually became a brand ambassador, which is pretty rare for me to reach out to a company and be like, I love your stuff. A huge reason why I like their product: 1, it's absolutely accessible. Vitamin Shop is down the street. 2, the flavor profile is clean. A lot of pre-workouts are very chemically. I'm not a big chemically person, as in like, ooh, Sour Patch flavor. Like, I love Sour Patch Kids. I don't want a pre-workout that's Sour Patch. I don't want cereal that's Sour Patch. The other thing, that huge reason why I went with it, is it's only one type of caffeine. It's 200 to 250 milligrams of coffee bean extract. You're gonna find a lot of energy drinks, a lot of pre-workouts that it's a blend of different caffeine. It's like green tea, right? Coffee bean, and then like, you know, it could be chemicals, but because I was breastfeeding, because I was drinking coffee, because I wanted that to transfer as closely as possible, I was really looking for something that was just one type of caffeine, and that's what the Raw Bum pre-workout does. So that was my process. Now, there are other things that people do that are pretty good baselines if you're new to pre-workout, okay? Let me give you 4 considerations. Actually 5. Number 1, when taking a pre-workout, a lot of people start with half the dose just because there's generally other things in a pre-workout and you want to make sure that your body doesn't react funny. Number 2, some people were really concerned about, you know, the transfer to the baby. So I know certain moms will pump and dump, as in, you know, if I'm going to work out at noon and I take my pre-workout, after I work out, I will actually like pump my breast, dump that milk, and the new supply after a meal will breastfeed baby or give him milk supply, like, you know, frozen milk, just so that they wouldn't get that release. That was not sustainable for me, but I know a lot of moms, that was kind of their happy medium into pre-workout, to see and make sure that they and baby were not guinea pigs at the same time. Personally speaking, I don't do pre-workout anymore for like 8 weeks long, and I don't do like pre-workout every single day. I just will do it for 8 weeks and I'll take a 2 to 4 week break. A lot of it is just, I don't want to be dependent on a supplement. Also, a lot of people will get like pre-workout tolerance, whereas like 1 scoop will do the trick, and then like 3 months later, they're like, oh, I need 3 scoops for it to work. Like, I am not into that. I love sugar. I have sweet tooth. I know what sugar tolerance is. I don't want to create that tolerance for any other supplement. So the, 8 weeks on, 2 to 4 weeks off is kind of my jam in terms of pacing and pre-workout, just so I don't develop that tolerance. The other one is like being strategic, right? So some of us really would love a boost for cardio just to really get it going. And once you're into the cardio, you don't really need anything more. Others, for strength training, is the one that you need. I personally will do pre-workout if I'm doing strength and cardio. If I'm doing one or the other, generally a cup of coffee is good for me, but for me, less is more. Like, I don't want to be using tons of supplements. And so I would just, advise, if you're going to do pre-workout, is it like, I definitely wouldn't do pre-workout for yoga, like what are the rules of engagement for your pre-workout if you really, really need that energy. And then my 5th kind of consideration is, being mindful of these subtle yet sometimes celebrated like body reactions, like tingly skin, jittery, diarrhea, sweating, nauseous. Like, a lot of people I've just heard, in the fitness community will say like, oh my gosh, it's the pre-workout working. Like, I'm sweating. No, your nervous system is reacting to chemicals. It doesn't mean that you're actually getting a workout if you're sweating from pre-workout doing nothing. Do you know what I mean? Or if your heart is absolutely palpitating, like, definitely don't start with a full dose. So short and sweet. Let me know if this was helpful. Before I go, the 2 other brands that are absolutely amazing and in the nutrition world, if you're a dietitian or nutritionist, you're gonna know about them because they are third-party tested. Raw Bum Nutrition is third-party tested as well. There are not that many supplements that will say and can prove that they are third-party tested to make sure whatever they say is on the label is on the label. So Raw Bum Nutrition is what I use. I love peach, I love orange. It's my go-to. I don't do beyond 1 scoop. And again, my baseline for it is if I'm doing strength and conditioning, which is anywhere from 60 minutes to 90 minutes of training. And baby has been absolutely fine, but my progression was coffee, right? Coffee, cold brew, and then Bum Nutrition. So the other 2 that brands are very, very trusted in the industry are First Form. First Form has been around for years. You're going to start seeing a few of the products in Vitamin Shop, but for a long time it was a multi-level marketing company, third-party tested. And then the second one that you're gonna see sometimes in stores that dietitians will speak very highly of is Thorne. Thorne has a lot of high-profile digestive multivitamin action items in terms of their products. Those three are the most reputable, but currently Raw is kind of my go-to one. And I tried a few others. I'll just say this. I tried a few others at Vitamin Shop that were 200 milligrams of caffeine, and they were just too chemically for me. So I would, before buying anywhere, just ask what your return policy is in the event you don't like it or you have terrible reactions. So drop a message if this helped. I will continue to check in with you. Happy Thursday.